What does it mean to be free? What does it mean to truly live? What does it mean to have a purpose? Well, Thorfinn believed it to be revenge. He believed that his purpose in life was to kill the person who killed his father. But as we see in the show, that truly wasn't his purpose. It showed him that revenge is truly empty and violence is not the correct answer. And this is basically what we're looking at in this video. We're looking at Vinland Saga and Thorfinn's journey throughout the anime. We're also gonna see what Vinland Saga teaches us about finding purpose in a violent world. In the beginning of the show, we can see that Thorfinn was just an innocent child. He was blessed to be living in a place where there was no war, where there was peace. But he wanted to be a soldier, just like his father Thor. And we saw even when he was a kid that he could be a really good warrior. But that's not what his father wanted. We see that his father was a really good warrior, one of the best. But after killing so many people, he realized that this killing will never end. And that's why he faked his death and ran away. He created a land of peace. But leaving your clan is a crime, and it can take you to execution. So after many years of living this peaceful life, their clan finds out where Thor really was all this time. And so they bait him into coming out to a certain location to meet up with his previous members to face his punishment for leaving. And so he accepted that fact and he took a small crew with him. But unluckily for him, Thorfinn also sneaked into the boat. We see that it was a trap, that the only reason they called Thor out was to kill him, and they succeed in that, and in a very unfair way. And like I said, Thorfinn was also on that boat, so he watched his father die right in front of him. And so that's where his obsession for revenge came. He set out his life purpose to kill Askeladd, the man who killed his father. But Askeladd is a really strong warrior as well. Thorfinn would ask to duel with him, but would lose to Askeladd every time. But Thorfinn wouldn't give up. He followed Askeladd throughout the years. He even worked for him. He did that just so he can gain experience and become strong enough to finally kill Askeladd. But even throughout the years, he kept losing the duel against Askeladd. And even Askeladd knew that Thorfinn's goal wasn't a good one. He knew Thorfinn wasn't truly living, but he was more like a dog chasing a bone.
お前、どう生きるつもりだ。これから先、俺が死んでからその先、どう生きるつもりだ、トルフィン。何も考えてなかったんだろう。
Thorfinn truly believed that if he killed Askeladd, everything would be justified. He would finally find peace. But he never once stopped and thought, what happens after I kill him? So that's why Vinland Saga is really one of a kind. Instead of the usual hero becomes stronger, trains his whole life, gets his revenge, and has closure, Vinland Saga isn't like that. In Vinland Saga, it shows that revenge leaves you with nothing, that Thorfinn won't find his closure. So later on the show, we see Askeladd die, and not even by Thorfinn's hands, but by his own choice, basically sacrificed himself. And because of that, Thorfinn was lost. Not only was he unable to kill the man that killed his father, but now he has no goal, no purpose. He doesn't know what to do next. Because of that, Thorfinn found out that he doesn't know who he is. And that's when he realized that after spending all these years trying to kill him, it equated to nothing. There was no purpose, there was no satisfaction, it just left him empty. And we do see that in season 2. He stopped killing, he lost his status, he lost his purpose. He became a slave, and for the first time, he was forced to reflect. Without revenge, without war, without this hatred he had in him, who was he? For the first time, Thorfinn had to face his past. He realized he wasn't a hero. He wasn't fighting for justice, but he became the very thing he hated. He became a killer, no different than the Vikings, and no different from the people that killed his father. And this is where Vinland Saga shows its brilliance. It shows that reaching rock bottom isn't the end, but can also be a new beginning. We see that Thorfinn finally understands what his father meant by a true warrior does not need a sword.
俺たちは今日会ったばかりだ。あんた方は俺の敵じゃない。俺に敵なんかいない。
He realized why his father was trying to find peace, why he didn't want to fight, why he didn't want his son to fight, because he believed true strength was used to protect people, not kill them. And this is where Thorfinn truly starts to change. Instead of taking lives, he starts dedicating to building them and helping them. He dedicates to a bigger goal, a purpose, to build a future without war, to build a future without violence, just like his father wanted. He believes in this place called Vinland, a place of peace, a place of equality, a place for no slaves. This is what Vinland Saga tries to show, that it isn't about fighting, but what comes after the fight, and what is our end goal. What kind of world do we want to create? We see in the anime a boy who was filled with hatred and violence, who was consumed by it, become a man dedicated to peace, and about how we can do the same. How we don't have to follow the same footsteps as our predecessors. How we can build and create a better future for ourselves. Thorfinn's journey really teaches us that revenge isn't satisfactory. That violence is a cycle that will always repeat, no matter how many years in the future. This can be applied in real life too. We humankind ourselves have been fighting from sticks and stones, and we're still fighting. Our world has become a world of hatred, and that's what I truly believe in. And it will keep being a world of hatred until we actually unite and do something about it. But we don't want to take part in it. We don't want to take action because we're too tired, we're too lazy. We don't believe it enough. And so the cycle will continue. Wars will keep happening, violence will keep happening, and it won't stop until we take an effort to stop it. The only way to break the cycle of violence is to stop fighting. Anyways, this is what Vinland Saga is about. I really love this show. It truly taught me a lesson. It truly made me reflect about who we can be. I definitely love this show, and I hope to create more videos about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video too. I wanted to ask you guys, what feedback can you give me? What ways I can make my video better and more entertaining? I'd love to hear your opinions. Subscribe or don't. As long as you enjoyed the video, I'm happy. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.